Just finished working on the camper and we got a rainbow. I got it tarped just in time. It's pouring down rain, but the sun is shining. It's not gonna last, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Just a little downpour. But man, at 93 degrees today, I spent, what time did I get out there?
Like 8 o'clock, I think.
8 o'clock. Took about an hour break at around 1 o'clock.
Crazy.
And then back at it until about 3. So we got all the tar scraped off from the vent, which is in the middle, all the way back. And got the cargo rack off. And I spent probably 3 hours just scraping sealant off the seam pieces, these things, and the flashing. So I might reuse them or just use them as a template, but they're pretty well cleaned off. And I gotta shine up that cargo rack and clean the ladder. But man, what a chore. Heat gun, torch, putty knife. I am spent. So here's what I got done today. This was just covered in tar. So I got all those joints stripped and cleaned all the way to the edge of the vent. I have a new vent coming, that's why I stopped there. But you can see all the black tar up to that point. Now the ceiling is good and it's dry inside, so it did work, but we're gonna strip that all off and get it repaired and sealed up properly so it'll last a long time. At least that's the plan. For today's project, we are going to be gutting this bathroom because it's old and gross and has other people's yuck in it, and get this toilet out of here and see what it's going to take to remove the black water tank. Yuck. So I don't want a black water tank, but we do want to keep the shower. So what I'm planning to do is gut this and retain the shower head, probably add a nice new one or a shower wand, and put a gray water tank in under the floor and clean and reseal everything, maybe make a new floor and get rid of this wallpaper and that toilet. We have a nice little Dometic toilet that's very clean and fresh and new, and so we'll slide that in there. That'll just be set in there, and then you can sit on it and take a shower or use the restroom or whatever. We're going to eliminate the sink. I don't feel that's really needed in there, and you have to use the wand to use the sink anyway. So I'm just going to try to simplify it and make it fresh and clean and get rid of that black water tank. Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to this. I spent a lot of money on inflated price gouging nitrile gloves, and I'll probably go through the whole box. So I'll try to stop and take pictures as we work through this.
What do we have here?
Sweaty, tired, dirty person.
Wow.
Well, it took about an hour and a half, and the bathroom is gutted.
Woohoo!
Extremely hot and sweaty in here,
So hot.
but I'm thankful to report there's no real damage of any kind. The floor is solid and the walls are good and the ceiling's good, so we have a clean slate to start with. So we don't know what we're gonna do quite yet in the bathroom area, but now there's nothing gross in there, and it's all, I was bleaching it and shop vac everything, and so we kind of have a clean slate to start with.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that's over with. What do you think?
I don't think it's so great. I just feel bad for you. You did so much yucky work in the hot, hot sun.
I feel bad for me too. But must be done.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do this today, but like I said earlier, the roof had to dry out, so make hay while the sun's shining, right? Tell us how you're gonna contribute to the camper project today. We need a name for this project too, I think.
We do. I'm just making some decorative pillows with the kids.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's got to do it. Well, and you're making the big cushions too, right?
Yeah, I just feel bad because you keep doing all this very labor-intensive hard work, and I'm just sewing and doing fun little projects.
Yeah. Well,
I can only, you know, I can't do too much, so.
oh, we'll get even somehow.
Okay.
All right, carry on. We'll report back later.
All right.
So it's too hot to work on the roof right now, so I've been working underneath in the shade. The original brackets for the jacks, they weren't in bad shape. They were a little rusty, but it came with new ones, so I switched them out, and I went with 3/8 bolts with lock nuts on them, because you should see the sketchy little bolts that were in there before. They were 5/16, and they're about rusted through with little square nuts on the end. So here's what was holding the jacks onto the frame, if it'll focus here. There we go. I mean, you can see these silly little square nuts. So it just didn't feel good about all the weight being held, you know, if it rocked and broke one of the brackets. So I got rid of these. And all that was really, they just bolt into plywood. It's kind of crazy that that's what you're lifting and supporting with. So I took the old brackets, cut them off, and use those as plates. So I'll show you. So before, they just went through the plywood and had washers, and that was all that was holding it, and they were carriage bolts, and they were really sunk into the plywood, so I went with plates. I also did one in here. So that's the actual old jack mount. I cut the end off of it and plated it there. This side, I couldn't use a big plate because the drawer glide goes through here, so I used 1/4" plates, and just to stiffen it up a little bit. And in the same way with the anchors that attach it to the truck, they just had these little plate washers, and I just added a bigger plate on all of them to make that a little bit more sturdy. So, I mean, it's been fine for all these years the way it was, but I figured it can't hurt to make it a little better. Here's a quick view of the roof. I think you can tell from there to there, this was all black tar, especially in these seams. The ladder was there and they just gooped it on. Also, since we're deleting the black water tank, I made a patch and closed off the vent for the tank, pulled all the flashing off and the seams, and used a Dicor self-leveling sealant. Tomorrow my fan's supposed to get here, my vent fan, so we're going to install that, strip the rest of that tar, reseal, and the same thing up those two seams, and then we're done. And it's only 100 degrees out every day, so good times. Got my new vent, got my tape and sealer. We're going to strip all this tar off, and then we just have those seams up there, which are going to be really easy, but we got this part done. So I'll come back here, show you what we're working on today. So from there to there in that area. Yippee skippy. It's only going to be a balmy 84 today. Beautiful day. Hopefully get this done and move on to the fun stuff inside. Well, after a mere 357 million hours of scraping tar and using chemicals and everything else I can think of, I got to this point. So the vent is out, got a new vent line, vent there. There's the old piece of junk. The seal didn't look bad. I think it was leaking at one of these seals. Somebody walked on it, so there's a dip there. So we got to make sure that's sealed really well because water lays there. So I got the tar strip back to there.
All right, we got Scarlett here today. Hang on. She is working on making some pillows. Scarlett has not sewn on the sewing machine before, so it's going to be a new task for her and me. Saul I've taught a little bit, but Yeah, so we just wanted the kids to be part of the remodel, and so this is something that we thought they could do. So we're gonna make some pillows today, and we'll see how it goes.
Wrap it out here.
No, keep going a little further. We want to make it almost to the end. Almost, maybe to that red line, and then you can stop. Okay. And now you're gonna turn it, but in order to do that and keep a straight line, we want our needle to go down in and kind of hold our spot. So you see this wheel?
Yeah.
Turn it towards you. That's how you can manually turn this. Turn it towards you. Just, yep, keep going. That's going to go down. And then we just stop it right there. Stop. Okay. And now you're going to lift up the presser foot. And now you're going to spin. And line it up on this edge. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
And now you've got it. You'll have to sew a little bit till you get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because we went a little too far.
sewing.
No, you want to put your presser foot down. Remember how to put the presser foot down?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can sew and guide it into the line that you want it on. So in his pillow, Saul has done some sewing before. When he was younger, he wanted to learn. So he's doing great. Scarlett is working on stuffing hers.
First, we had to kill the pillow.
We actually bought a very cheap pillow and we ripped it apart to make smaller pillows because polyfill is expensive, but this pillow was cheap, so we're trying to be creative. And of truth, Scarlett made a pillow and a pillow cover. It was important to me that these had zippers and could come apart so that we could wash them if they get spilled, or just every season we'll probably wash all the cushions and get them ready.
Mm-hmm.
So we first made our form. You can buy them, of course you can, but I checked prices and they're like $10 for a pillow form. And we bought that used pillow. I forgot to clip the corners. That's just extra fabric in there. It makes it kind of bulky. The other corners should be fine because it was a folded edge. But we'll clip these corners. Okay, she's very anxious to get her pillow in there. We'll see if we can. I also just used zippers that I had on hand, so they're a little bit smaller than we would have preferred.
Stuff it in.
We're gonna have to do some stuffing. All right. It was a struggle, but I think we got it in there. All right. See how it goes.
Not zipping.
Oh no, what's wrong with the zipper? Oh my heavens. I probably pulled it too hard. There. Okay, just got it started. I probably made it kind of wonky. Okay, Scarlett and the zipper don't get along. Yay! We did it!
First pillow.
Oh, it's pretty. Show them. It looks great.
It's beauteous.
Big day today in camperland.
Big day. We got some new cushion covers on.
Wow. Just look at the texture. Great.
Thanks.
What an improvement.
Yes. Clean, fresh, new. I like it.
I like it too. We decided we better try it in bed mode, right?
Yeah, we hadn't tried that yet, so.
So we got room for two down there and room for two up here.
Yeah.
We're a little curious. The only orientation the table fits down in there is it sticks out, so it's a good like a midnight shin basher. So I don't know. That matches perfectly the countertop with the edging and everything. So
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
We weren't sure if someone changed something or if it actually came that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
if you know,
we'll get used to it. Figure
comment.
it out.
Otherwise, we're gonna probably make a different tabletop that fits better.
Yeah.
So it's in good shape, but I don't really like that sticking out like that.
Right.
All right, let's put it back into that will go into cafe mode.
Okay.
Well, we're sitting at our table on our new cushions.
Yep, we're trying it out.
I gotta say, they're pretty comfy.
Yeah. Seth was saying, think about all the yucky picnic tables we've had to sit at campgrounds, and
Yeah.
a lot of times they're like soggy from rain and
Moldy, or have
Moldy and-
like people wipe their butter knife on it, and there's melted plastic, and
so
this is gonna be a big
have
improvement.
our own table.
You know.
We'll still eat outside sometimes if it's
Yeah,
nice,
but we'll have an option. And when it rains with our old setup,
yes.
we had to sit under the awning, and you get like splash from the rain running
Yeah.
off.
This
So
will be so nice.
this will be a big upgrade.
Yeah, we're moving up in the world,
Yeah,
babe.
a 54-year-old camper is really living the big life.
I'll take it.
Yep, yep.
Oh my goodness
Wow.
gracious.
Add the final touch.
I love this.
What do you think?
Awesome.
Yeah?
The power is not on.
Kids worked hard today making some decorative pillows to add to the camper. Looks good, guys. Nice job.
Thanks. Good job to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
What you doing there?
I just got a surprise gift from these two cuties. I helped them make the pillows this morning, and then I was working on the cushions this afternoon, and they asked for fabric and thread so that they could practice their hand sewing.
We practice.
And look what they made! A pillow for me!
Wow.
There are a few
Wow.
holes that we missed.
Sweet. Oh, you'll never even notice them. That's so adorable.